Gecko 135th Bedford British Cargo Truck Part 3, painting the cab interior. Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here it's good to have you with us. Onto the interior of the cab. Okay, so here are all the sub-assemblies. When I paint a cab interior, I like to just deal with flat surfaces really. So there we have the back wall, the window section, the roof and the floor, and light under the dash. So these are all being primed in VMS Black Primer, which if you still haven't used it yet, you should do, because it's brilliant. It's a water-based primer and it goes on so smooth and does a really nice covering. Okay, so once the primer's dry, we can move on to the base colour. Now I'm following the paint call-outs in the instructions, and I thought, looking at the box art, it was going to be 2 shades of green. But this is AK 3rd Gen Khaki Green, which is the base colour, and it's going to be quite brown, I think. I think with the dark green on top it's going to look like a Spitfire, but we'll follow it anyway and give it a go. So this is the brown layer going on. Now the beauty of truck kits, especially the ones that say interior are the same as the base colour, means that you can practice all your techniques on the inside of the cab before you move them onto the more visible parts on the outside. Okay, so that's the boring brown done. Once that's dry, we can move on to the next step. Now, it's a weird colour brown because it's really difficult to do an effective pin wash. So this is sepia oil paint, and it's quite thin, but it doesn't show up very much. So it's just a very subtle pin wash around all the details, just to make them stand out a little bit. It doesn't look too bad there, but once it's dried and blended in, you can't really see it that much. But anyway, I persevered. I went round all the parts with the pin wash and then blended it away with odourless thinners afterwards. Okay, so here's the blending, just with odourless thinners, and I'm just touching the edge and just tidying up any overflow of paint into areas where I don't want it. It's a very easy job to do, and it just makes the pin wash nice and crisp. Right, so that's done. So now you can see just how subtle that is. You can barely see it, but it's there, and that's fine. Okay, now the next step is it needs some wear and tear, so move on to the chipping. This is AK 3rd Gen Buff. Now it looks a bit extreme, but you just have to trust the process on this one. So I'm just dabbing it on with a bit of sponge, and just onto the raised area where you'd expect it to be chipped. So this is the driver's side, so you would imagine anywhere where his feet goes, the paint would chip off with lots of wear and tear. So just dabbing it around on all the corners and all the raised bits. And there we go, there are the results. Now they look quite stark and bright, but you just got to trust the process on this one. We're only halfway through the chipping process, so it should all come together with the next step. But there, look, you can see the dashboard is really showing wear and tear, especially on the driver's side, and the doors. Again, I've done the driver's door more heavily than the passenger door. And then finally, that's the steering column and the front footwell. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. Now, again, this is all experimental. So this is my normal chipping colour mix. 2 drops of dark grey. 1 drop of sky grey and 2 drops we get there of hull red. Now what I found, oh, and it's got a couple of drops of retarder from VMS, which is coming up now. Now what I found when I mix that up, and you'll see that process, is that the colour that I've mixed, once it gets there, is pretty much khaki green. So when I had a go at chipping with this, and it just didn't work. I couldn't see the chips. There was no difference between that and the base colour. So in the end, I've just done chips with dark grey, and these go in the centre of the buff chips. And it just represents bare steel on the within the chip, so that the paint's chipped right down to the steel. And you can see how that's sort of works. It gives a nice effect, and really brings it all together, and shows that the buff chipping wasn't actually that over the top. So there you go, that's the floor done, and you can really see how effective those chips are. There's a door. That's really nice. Pleased with that. And that's it. Starting to put it together now. So that's the seats in place and the back wall with all the tools. It's really weird painting tools at this time in a build. And then there it is with the dash on and a couple of decals on there. And then finally, those seats look really good. If you didn't see the seat video, that was the last one. Then it's at the top of the page there. And then there's the roof in place as well. So all beginning to come together now. Hopefully next time we can get on to building or painting the outside. So there you go, guys. That'll do for today, I think. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way it would really help my channel out, and also you won't miss the next part. So until then, see you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.